Hi students, welcome back to this video. Here is an inspirational quote. You learn something every day if you pay attention. Yes, attention plays more importance than any other. Okay, the topics to be covered in this session are parts of digestive system, digestion from mouth, significance of uvula and epiglottis. See, the food we eat are not absorbed as such by our body. Digestion is the process of converting complex food materials into simple absorbable form. The digestive system consists of, it starts from mouth, then esophagus, stomach, and the enzymes which are present inside the pancreas help for digestion, and here also enzymes produced by liver helps for digestion. Then small intestine, large intestine, and this is the part anus. Yes, the process digestion starts from mouth and it ends in small intestine. Then what is the significance of large intestine? Do you know what is it? Yes, large intestine helps to reabsorb water from the undigested food materials. It is the process digestion is an elaborate process, so we can study one by one. See, from the mouth the process digestion starts. What are the important parts that helps for the digestion from mouth? They are teeth, tongue, and saliva. The structure as well as the different types of teeth helps for the mastication of food, and also the tongue help for that mastication. Then do you know what is the importance of saliva and from where this saliva produces? Saliva produced by salivary glands, and with the help of tongue, teeth masticate the food materials from the mouth, and the process digestion starts from the mouth there. Then what is the role of saliva and what are the components of saliva? The components are, there are three important components. They are, first one is mucus, second one is salivary amylase, and third one is lysosome. Salivary amylase and lysosome are enzymes, are the two enzymes which are present in the saliva. Then next is, what is the role of all this? What is the role of mucus, salivary and amylase, and also the lysosome? Then somewhat similar to this word lysosome, you heard another word, that is lysosome. Do you know what is this lysosome? Yes, it is a cell organelle. Commonly it is called as suicidal bag. So listen carefully. Here it is an enzyme. The word is lysosome. Then what is the role done by mucus? Yes, that make the food slimy. From the mouth, mucus helps to make the food slimy. Then salivary amylase convert starch into maltose. Do you know what is the chemistry behind the sweet taste while we chew raw rice, chapati, etc.? Yes, this is the chemistry. Here, the starch which is present in the wheat as well as in the rice, that is converted into maltose partially, not fully, because the remaining process will be taking place from the remaining parts that we can study in the next class. So here salivary amylase convert starch into maltose partially. Then what is the role done by lysosome enzyme? Yes, that enzyme destroy germs. Lysosome destroy the germs. Saliva consists of mucus, salivary amylase, and lysosome. Mucus, salivary amylase, and lysosome. Salivary amylase and lysosome are the two enzymes. Its functions: mucus makes the food slimy, salivary amylase partially converts starch into maltose, and lysosome destroy the germs. Okay, I have told you already there are three pairs of salivary glands. These salivary glands secretes saliva. So this is the one, second one, and this is the third salivary gland. That means three pairs are there. Then what happened to the food after the partial digestion which took place from the mouth? Yes, partially digested food enters esophagus through the pharynx. We know that trachea also begins from pharynx. So here from the mouth the food partially digested. Then from the mouth it reaches to the pharynx. Do you know this part is known as pharynx. So pharynx is the part from that place both trachea and esophagus begins. Trachea means windpipe while esophagus is known as food pipe. How does the food that we swallow enter exactly into the esophagus without entering the trachea? Yes, that we are going to study. You can see a part named epiglottis. This portion is known as epiglottis. And what is the function of this epiglottis? This trachea rises up and is closed by the epiglottis. When we swallow the food, trachea rises up and that trachea closed by the epiglottis. You can see trachea rises up and it is closed by the epiglottis so that food goes only through the esophagus. So what is the function of this epiglottis? Epiglottis covers the trachea when we swallow the food. So actually what happens if we talk while having the food? Yes, this epiglottis open. That means the food, parts of the food particles reaches to the trachea and it causes what happens? We will not get air. That air does not reach to the lungs and ultimately it leads to death. Then what is the function of this particular part named as uvula? See, that closes the nasal cavity. Here you can see the nasal cavity. So this portion is nose and after that this portion is known as the nasal cavity. So the function of uvula is that it closes the nasal cavity. Similarly, while we swallow the food anterior part of the tongue. This portion is known as the tongue. The anterior part of the tongue compresses the food into balls with the help of the palate. What about the posterior part of the tongue? Posterior part of the tongue allows food to move over the epiglottis into the esophagus. So actually this is known as the mode of swallowing food. Then once food reaches to the esophagus, there is a special kind of movement. That movement is known as peristalsis. What is it called? It is peristalsis. Then see the diagram shows various parts of digestive system. Once again you can see the diagram. Listen here. Continuation of the esophagus. Its upper portion is actually the esophagus. It is a continuation. Then it reaches to the stomach. This part is known as the stomach. And this portion is the small intestine. This is the large intestine. Here you can see the anus. This portion is known as, this organ is known as the liver. So what all changes taking place from the mouth up to that we have completed, and we can study the process of digestion which takes place from the stomach in the next session. When we summarize today's topic, we studied parts of digestive system, digestion from mouth, and the importance of saliva and the components of saliva, significance of uvula and epiglottis. That's all about today's class. Thank you, children.